There we go.
Is it alive?
I think
For
so. For real, for real?
Let's see. I think I see it, yeah. There you go, I found
Well, there we
you.
go. My voice is heard.
Okay.
Works for me.
Okay. As long as the internet is happy.
We are happy.
Okay. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Or alright, so we beat up did we literally just get done doing that, or was there something in between?
Yeah, so basically we defeated Bismarck, we got Iggy Orum.
Iggy Azalea herself.
Iggy Azalea herself came and stole the key, and now she's working with those old man, with the bishop, and then they fly away, and then Lucia's like, yeah, I was Livia's sister, and you're like, holy fuck, and then the Emperor came, and he's like, I'm evil, and you're like, holy fuck, and then they flew away.
Well, let me get this straight. So the Ascian we saw talking with the Archbishop towards the beginning of Heavensward, that was La Habrea.
Yes.
Or was it Iggy Orum?
La Habrea.
Okay, it was La Habrea. So we know La Habrea is a player on the field here. And now we got Iggy Orum, who's like she didn't show up until around this moment, right? Like,
well, there was some scenes of her, but she was just like cackling to herself or to La Habrea.
That's how her and La Habrea communicate. They just are like,
she's like, foo foo foo.
Well, she appeared in the evil bad guy meeting in the dungeon or whatever in her realm reborn, but she was just one of many people that were just kind of like, this is our evil bad guy spot.
Basically, yeah.
Did we ever? Where is that dungeon? Did we ever? Is that just the dungeon of evil? Like nobody knows where that's at. We never
found out. It's the GM jail.
The GM jail.
Yeah, they've never used that since A Realm Reborn. I don't know what that's about. It could be like La Habrea's sex dungeon for all we know.
I don't wanna. not La Habrea. La Habrea is still not sexy to me to this day. They can't make him sexy. I won't allow it.
I've shown you the pictures of him with his mask taken off. That long locks of hair.
No.
No.
No, it doesn't do it.
Oh, sure.
Do you think ZI is gonna go for any of them? No, like...
I don't know. Iggy Orum could be up there.
Doesn't she have lightning hair?
Yeah.
Invite me to the party, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a hair set in this game that is made to look like lightning from Final Fantasy 13, and that's the hairstyle she's decided to go with.
She wanted to be a Final Fantasy reject.
Okay. Well, we got Sid and Alfino behind us. Oh, Lucia is over here. I don't care about them. I care about Lucia.
What does she have to say? It's been a while.
What could be out there that would warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself?
Iggy Azalea, his favorite celebrity aside from Nicki Minaj.
I kind of do voices for characters, but it's been so long and I'm just kind of spacey today that I don't know if I'm just gonna read them. I'm just gonna read stuff today.
Let's see. I think I was Biggs. God, just thinking about all the repairs we'll have to make is giving me a bleeding headache.
I forgot. I don't even remember how Wedge is like.
No.
Yeah, but later on, he gets a more. Do you notice in a Romerborn, almost every Lalafell was squeaky, and then they got to Heavensward, they're like, on second thought, that's a silly idea.
They're just like, it was like Foofaloompa.
Yeah, because I think Wedge had a more, I should say, like, Lollipop Guild voice in a Romerborn. Not that Wedge, I think, didn't have more than, like, 2 voiced lines, but I think I remember him sounding like that, and then in recent stuff since Heavensward, he's just kind of like, I'm a little guy, you know? I'm Wedge. Anyways, he says, I wonder, does she have a name? So...
And then it's Magitech.
White Maggie.
White Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sid.
For every day I spend in the sky, I feels as though I spend a week on the ground.
Oh, Sid's
the
high.
Control panel.
We lost the generator cube. Like,
it's like Sid, the Praetorium was about a few months ago.
let's see. An engineer in Enterprise, Alfino appears relieved to be standing on solid ground once more. Like you were on the island with us. Like you're happy that you're on solid ground.
He was dealing with the critical engine failure or whatever they were dealing with.
How about a whale trying to eat you, man?
Yeah, I still think we had the shittier end of the deal here. Okay. Assuming Sid is correct, I have no reason to think that, and I have no reason to think that he's not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Ozzy's law. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Like, that's all we have left. We're just kind of like, what do we do now? We can't get in there. Oh, let's just go to Amric's office.
Let's just go to Amric. Let's play some Dungeon Dice Monsters or something.
As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Alfino, you don't need to tell me the mechanics of this game. Like, I know more than you.
He's still like, slowly getting the Realm Reborn off of him, slowly but surely.
He's like, you click on the guard. It's like, yeah.
Press X to jump, then press X again at the top of your jump to glide.
The Forgotten Knight. I always have to remember that if I need to go to the knight's office, I have to go to the bar.
Ah, you are returned. Sir Amric and the others await you within. Just go up the stairs, press the X button to interact with the stairs.
Knock thoroughly, because I hear Estinian's still up there. Oh, maybe he's not. I don't see him here. Oh, Lord Edmond's here.
Oh no. Let's start. We'll go from right to left. Lucia.
If the Empire has an interest in Ozzy's law, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. It's just like, that's a bad choice and a bad choice.
Yeah. Okay, Sid.
I swear, wherever there's an Allagan ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I was just about to say, it's like, wherever there's an Allagan ruin, Nero's somewhere nearby, I bet. So it's like, nah, he's definitely not showing up in this game anymore, I'm pretty sure. I suppose that's why they erected every damnable convoluted defenses around everything.
Hello, Alfino.
Though we know little and less of Ozzy's law, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Garleans cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets. Yeah. I don't even think we should know its secrets.
Yeah.
What is this bunch of dumbasses gonna do with the secrets of Alec here?
What, make another crystal tower?
we're gonna make another... You know how Warrior of Light is obsessed with crystals. He would surely make a whole bunch of crystals. Just because.
Gratio wakes up and he's like, what the fuck, guys?
Maybe Warrior of Light makes it thinking it's rock candy and is like, oh man, I'm gonna have so much rock candy.
It's Warrior of Light Abigail now.
Yes.
I just love eating rocks.
Am I Edmont?
Yeah, you were.
I can't remember. Okay. Welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. No, your son just died. What do you think should happen? I think
like,
you're
what do you mean?
Stuff. I agree. I'm with you on the ground, sobbing. What are you talking about? Like, we're both doing the same thing. I grieve for my son still and shall continue to do so, but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished. If you still need more time, I mean, you can certainly take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's better to keep busy, but you don't have to ignore that.
Alright, Amric.
Oh, we have budget? Do we have budget?
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allegans, and we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's Etheric Barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Huzzah! We might be able to find one of our friends.
Which one is it? I hope it's Ariane. My favorite.
My favorite.
This point, like, Ziyaya is like, I don't know, I can't remember their names. Which one is which?
Thoughtcrid, is that his name?
Tanker. That's what his name is. Tankard, like,
Tankard.
You know, Tankard of ale.
Take your ale and shove it.
Oh, yeah. Alright, Alfino. She may not spend her days slaying primals, but Tataru's no less a scion than you or me. Yeah, Alfino, say it again for the people in the back. Full oft has her knack for acquiring information proven vital to our endeavors.
Oh yeah, there's someone in the back,
now.
like Sid and Riel. Yeah, say it to Sidurgu and Riel in the back over there, Alfino.
Like, we don't even know who you are.
Oh, that was funny.
They're just like, we're looking at a ninja and a black mage, and they're like, what the hell is going on over there?
So a black mage and a ninja walk into a bar.
I have no idea how that joke finishes.
I don't either.
They summon Hellfrog and create fire.
Oops.
Tataru, did you have another outfit change? Or did you just change back into something else?
That's her bar outfit.
I thought her bar outfit was like the Valentine's Day event clothing.
That's way too happy for this place.
Oh, you're right. Anyways. Welcome back, both of you. How goes the mission? Did you manage to, like, you know, solve the world's problems? No? Okay,
No.
well. Did you at least manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies?
No.
You couldn't even do that? Hachafon is dead?
I did all these jello shots for nothing?
I think Tataru was there when the tragedy happened. Warrior Blight's like, not only did they get away, but, like, Hachafon's dead, and, the bad guys beat us up. There's now another Ascian. It's like, okay, we're in this shit now.
It's like, the fuck, guys?
So you finally arrived at Ozzy's Law, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Sounds like a video game. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, we'll go to Ozzy's Law just yet. Oh, and here's some thanks for the road, because I have nothing to give.
Let's see. Ethereal
like, I drank all of the shots, so nobody can have some.
All the belly buttons are wet right now. Let's see.
I like to imagine a lot of Ishgars, like, challenged her to, like, you know, drinking contests, and she won all of them, and there's, like, a bunch of Ishgars just extremely hungover right now.
She won the wet t-shirt contest.
When you fled the...
Oh, go ahead.
Did you already...
No, go ahead.
I've already read the dialogue. When you fled the victory feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right?
Yup.
Well,
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we didn't have any other way. Ziyaya stepped in poo, and that was her least favorite experience. Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarupin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that they were to come to the Hall of the Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall just part. It's like, shit, did they find bodies? Why couldn't they just tell us that they found bodies? we shall just depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know you join us in Ul'dah. I acted like Urianger was lost, but we know where he is the entire time. He's still at the Spirit Halloween store playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I remember Urianger was helping us with Raubon.
Yeah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. I don't think Urianger was even lost for that long, because he didn't even go to the banquet. He doesn't even go here.
Yeah, he stayed at the Waking Sands and then made a ward over the Waking Sands, and the Crystal Braves couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was him who made it look like it's a Spirit Halloween store instead of the office of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Yup. I mean, it's still a Spirit Halloween place.
Every time people walk by, they're like, "Oh, that's just a closed down Spirit Halloween store. We don't go there." Oh, he beat us here.
Hey, he's dry.
He's like, "I did not want to get wet in the rain. I read the forecast." As thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Wait, did I read that right?
As thou art returned to us, wherefore might our comrades not be the same?
I'm gonna take this as I can't understand what he's saying right now. I guess he's saying, why can't our comrades not return to us?
I think that's what. Yeah.
As you have. Urianger, give me a minute. Let me get out my dictionary here. Let's see. Never shall I concede them lost till I've seen proof of their passing. I think Urianger is waiting to see if there's a body or two showing up.
Well, keep in mind, Y'shtola did something.
Yeah.
Don't think they're underneath the rocks, and Minfilia was away from the rocks, so I don't think any of their dead bodies are there. Well, if there are, it's Crystal Braves.
What's worrying every Scion is that by now, if they were in hiding, they would have come out. You know,
true.
Like, it's been enough time that if they were just hiding, they should have made their way back somehow.
That's true.
Alright.
And if those three weren't found, because there was a huge wall between Thancred, Y'shtola, and Minfilia, like, if Minfilia turned back, she had to get somewhere. So it's kind of like, well, if they can't find anybody, that's kind of concerning. Like, where did the three go? Yeah. They went to the Spirit Halloween store.
They're in the Spirit Halloween store in Limbo.
They're probably just drawing butts.
That's where you know that's where the good merchandise is. It's in that pocket dimension. The Spirit Halloween pocket dimension.
The real good Reese's
all
cups.
The good stuff. Yeah. Am I also Pippin? Am I like every character?
If he's not voiced, I'll voice him.
We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarupin. Yeah, we don't have voice acting budget for this.
You saved her Grace and Father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you.
You're still a Disney prince to me, Pippin. Forgive my impatience, Marshal, but did you find any fucking bodies or not?
Did you find any dead bodies?
Like, please let our minds be at rest at that at least. Like, but yeah, what's your discovery? That's not dead bodies.
I found lots and lots of bodies. I saw one that had like a weird blue jeans, one had a black shirt, and one had like this really weird dress skirt. They're all dead. As per your request.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I was describing their Thancred, Y'shtola, and Minfilia's clothes.
Oh.
As per your
request. Oh yeah, was
Minfilia had her weird dress skirt. Y'shtola had like blue sweatpants.
Oh, her tunic and her blue blue sweatpants. Oh my gosh. You're right.
Their weird thrift store outfits.
I literally thought it was just some Joe blokes in like blue jeans and like a dress.
So if you combine Thancred, Minfilia, and Y'shtola, you get that.
Just a skeleton dressed in like various pieces of their outfits.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be funny? Someone draw that, please. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately, we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves.
Oh. Well, they did find bodies, except it was the other guys. I was like, tell me about them. Did they die painfully? Wait, is that camera angle the same on you? Because it's really low on mine. Okay, it is the same.
I'm seeing his double chin right now.
I know, I'm just like, wait, am I seeing this because I'm 2 feet tall and Zi is looking up? But I know Alfino's like trying to be like, he's trying to be neutral-faced, you know? He's like, I'm not fazed by this, but he sounds like, tell me, did they die? Did they die in a gruesome way?
Be at ease, Master Alfino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there's this. I don't want to know if this is Thancred's.
Is that a dildo? You stole his dildo.
Oh, thank God it's not Thancred's. Okay, I can keep holding on to this. I had assumed as much.
Only a Makote would love nature this much. If I may, Marshal, I'm familiar with everyone's dildos in the Scions. I'm just like, I have arcane knowledge of every dildo the Scions own. Oh boy. As I did surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet on the wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic.
Sex.
Namely? He's like 4 other spells. I'm talking about the one that happened recently.
Yeah, glare.
The very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream. Flow.
Welcome and welcome.
Quite a long time now.
You like put your braziers away.
Flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and write its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should come to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste.
Oh, jeez.
All of which would suggest she managed to escape very fast, right? Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlene forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe onto his destination, another would be sent adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. If only we know people who could look at the life stream. To the Silda excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal.
Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return.
I don't know, like, teleporting from Ethernet crystal to Ethernet crystal only takes like 3 seconds. Like, did she really? She couldn't, like, you know. Like, how much does it? takes about 4 or 5 seconds.
Unless the magic went wrong.
Maybe. I mean, I know even in game, like as we're looking at you teleport right now, if you got interrupted in the middle of that cast, you wouldn't be able to, you know, complete your journey. So if you knew that something was going to attack you in a matter of like 4 seconds, you wouldn't cast it. But it's like, you didn't even have 5 seconds? You really needed something quicker than 5 seconds?
But the fact that she's in the live stream is actually kind of terrifying.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like being trapped in limbo. The live stream is where all souls go when they die. So you're literally like in the land of the dead. Or, I don't know, some plane of existence that's neither here.
I would, in like biblical terms, I'd probably say it would be purgatory.
Yeah, it's pretty much purgatory.
But the thing is, if she casted that to use flow, and Thancred and Minfilia were both near it, that would mean they would be swept up in it too. Then.
Yeah, and wait, if souls are in the live stream, like technically in Final Fantasy universe, so when we die, the souls go to the live stream. But if you cast yourself into the live stream with flow, are you just trapped there, or is it just kind of like you just died and then you get reborn eventually?
I think it's kind of like, I think it's why Ariane just said the sooner we react to this the better, because I think the longer she's in the live stream, the more she slowly is losing herself, which is why I think it's kind of like purgatory, because it's like a slow, like what's the word, deceptation. I think that is that like the word.
A slow, pretty
like
much
slowly
it's just
lose her
slow
body.
Decay.
Yeah.
I don't know. They said, oh, she used the spell flow, but then they really didn't get too much into that. Like, other than if you roll the dice and you're really lucky, you'll get transported. Otherwise, you'll be, you know, in purgatory for the rest of forever.
Well, if she was trying to teleport Thancred too, it could have been like, I kind of feel like the magic went wrong. Because I feel like if she was trying to get them both to escape, then someone probably made it to a destination, but that doesn't mean that everyone is in there.
Yeah, Urianger says pretty much it's a 50-50 chance if you get out of there. And if you don't roll the dice and it's higher than 50, then you're screwed.
She's in the live stream. She's becoming a gamer. That's it. Yashola became a gamer girl.
She's streaming from Twitch right now while we're all worried. She's got those nice playing Elden Ring. On. Yeah, she's playing Elden Ring right now, and we're like, oh no, what happened to Yashtola?
Okay, let's start with Alfino.
Okay. Simply being here calls to mind the events of that fateful day.
Yeah, your ugly hood that you put on.
Yeah, you didn't have the greatest outfit. Now your outfit's cool.
Hey, Tataru.
If our friends were in the tunnel, then that means they've gone somewhere else.
Yeah,
I just hope it's not a fate worse than death, you know?
Hey, Urianger.
Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. Luckily, I have Yu-Gi-Oh cards to guide us.
Monster Reborn.
I have Revealed Trap card. Gonna put on the goggles.
Safety first.
He always has them on though, doesn't he? Can't see shit. Too many people had a party here. Seems there was a barbecue or something.
I like how they're looking out into the distance like, yeah, like, that's a cliff.
Wait, did you just see that move where he put on the goggles over his goggles, so when he took off his goggles, he just had goggles underneath?
He wore 2 goggles.
Urianger is so keen on making sure nobody sees him that he's like, he has a mask underneath the mask so that when you kick off the bag, it's just kind of like there's just another bag underneath it. The trail leads us to the north and the east. Onto the bosom of the Twelveswood. Do you have to call it a bosom?
It's underneath the side boob.
He's like, it's the left boob in particular. Are you certain? He's like, yes, I doth detect the left titty. Aye, there is no mistake. Thinner hath Y'shtola journeyed. Or thither. Thither? Is that a word? Is thither or Urianger? And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. She's in purgatory. She didn't roll good on the D&D dice. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent, lingering over long in the midst of the maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be free-formed.
Yeah, so I was
okay,
right.
well that was some explanation there. Yeah, that's pretty much how you described it. Like, stay there too long, your soul starts to become eroded, and you're no longer who you were. We have no time to waste. Urianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Ziyaya, Larks, Tataru, we 4 shall press on to Gridania and petition. I don't know why it says 3 there. There's obviously 4 of us. See? Huh?
Yeah, Ziyaya's on the off screen.
The Elder Caesar. Ziyaya is sitting there, like, going, man, there's a barbecue around here at some point. Damn, I wish
She's
I was
murdered into
here for that.
Spriggans.
Ziyaya is upset because we have to go to Gridania, and that's like her second least favorite place to be.
The weird thing is, Urianger says north and east. So, if she did sweep Thancred up as well, let's look at my map. World map.
Well, did he say he only found Y'shtola's trail? Like, he didn't find Thancred's?
He didn't find Thancred's, but he said that there was something from the north and the east. Never eat sour watermelon.
Never eat soggy worms.
Oh, see, that's right. I mean, well, Blackshroud is in the east, and Kurthus is in the north. Probably means nothing.
Well, you do, from this position, you do have to go north and then east in order to reach Eastern Thanalan. Because even though the exit on our map is only a little bit north, like, when you go to the bigger map at large, like, the Shroud is even more north than where it was from our position.
I guess that's true. Well, someone didn't have a good time. I just heard someone scream.
There's some people playing some songs.
Of course. Only
Maybe
in
they weren't a
Gridania.
fan. I don't know. So all the bards are. All the bards hang out in Gridania, so... Tataru was so excited. Hold on, Y'shtola, we're coming! They're like, she lost her dildo wand. If, as we expect,
They're all in distress. This woman is not without her dildo.
They know the consequences. So Y'shtola is still adrift in its mist, and they may be able to find her. We're gonna ask the elementals, the things we can't even see the elementals. But if we were But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must do so through their chosen, the Pagel. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kane Sina without delay.
That just makes me think that the elementals are just vibrating dildos now.
I mean, we've to this day have never seen what the elementals look like, probably because they really can't be seen. So my only favorite reference is the Entites from Final Fantasy XII, and the thing about Entites in 12 is that they're just bright balls of angry, vibrating element, like pure element, like wind element, rock element, lightning element, just... And you don't mess with the Entites because they'll wreck you unless you're really high level. Alright.
Lost in the live
Alfredo's eager to petition. He's eager to petition the Elder Seer and hopefully see some elementals vibrate. Alfredo's like, I've always wanted to see one up close.
Tataro's like,
it's like, no, you don't, Alfredo.
No, not when you're older.
That thing's gonna zap you into oblivion and it's not gonna be nice. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seer. I did this in like a matter of moments because I have text messaging on my phone and you don't. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We must need speaks with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Remember to click on the NPC to enter the arena. Do you know how to do that?
I can't get in.
Away.
I can't get in. Where am I? Help!
Conjurer's like, the Elder Seer awaits. Don't walk past me. Click on me.
Are you done going to the bushes? Okay, follow me.
He just throws you into the bush.
I love this place.
It's always fun to come back here. You always feel like, ooh, this is the place you can't access unless you're doing main story, so it always feels special.
Hey, it's the Elzen Woodwearer, the female Elzen Woodwearer, and, Greg? Is it Greg?
The keeper of the entwined serpents. He never has a name. No matter how important he will be, he will never have a name.
I like his mustache. Hey, girl. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay.
You're fucking right. We need to speak to the elementals. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it's a matter of life and death. He's gonna make this really dramatic. We need you to vibrate at the elementals so that they might vibrate back. Angrily.
I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the live stream. And, as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However, I must fade to black.
I have to do this first.
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
Like, we went through that and they're like, never mind, we do have voice acting budget for this.
I must need do one thing. Ursula, give me my voice back.
Let me put on my voice. Yes, she's like, first, fade to black. Alright, I can talk now.
Oh, good. that tea with honey really helped.
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
Fun fact, if you are a summoner, you would have already met Y'shtola's sister, because Ymitra is the job giver of it all.
I was gonna say, this is the part of the quest where if you weren't a summoner, you might have been confused to know that Y'shtola has a sister. You're like, what? I was not aware that Y'shtola had a family member here. I don't study anything about, summoning or anything, so I didn't do the summoner's quest. How very convenient. Forgive me, I have grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the Fates, I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile upon us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. Alfino's like, too good to be true, sounds suspicious. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymitra. Oh, you know her, do you? You did the summoner's quest? Well, then that might automate this easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apoklu Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. Yes, that's where you have to go every single time you do summoner quest.
To the amphitheater. Well, that's a toad in a dress.
That's just regular everyday running around Final Fantasy. Everybody's Warrior of Light is precious, and the Frog Warrior of Lights are even more precious.
Particularly if they're Lalafell.
Hyland told me this. She's like, yes, I particularly like the Frog Warrior of Lights. They're not really frogs, but they wear frog masks, and that's what makes them special. There she is.
What's up, girl?
I think even if you hadn't played Summoner Quest, you could still see her standing around here, and a lot of people could, figure it out. They're like, looks like Y'shtola, and she has a name that sounds like hers. I wonder who she could be.
She's probably not related.
No relation.
Greetings, Larks and Zuya. What brings you here today? Oh, I see that you have companions.
She's like, please tell me you didn't come here for more summoning tips and tricks. Lady Ymitra, it's an honor to meet you. My name is Alfino Levier, and this is Tataru Taru. And this is Zuya, even though she's running away. She's like, I don't want anybody to know that I do summoner quests.
So you are my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but all my efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. That she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help.
She's like, she should be so reckless. I, however, am less reckless by delving into the secrets of Bahamut and learning how to summon him.
Because, that's normal.
Yeah. It's like, I'll never forgive you. You made me go back to the binding coils.
She's like, that's my favorite raid.
Oh,
I only healed it once. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope this will be enough for the elementals. They do.
they're like, yes.
Come, let us make for Evershade at once. And break.
That's why the elementals are so... It's like, technically the elementals can't have a voice at all, so you just gotta have to, like... You interpret through charades, I guess?
Oh, there's teleporting us there. Okay. All our shoes are wet now.
I can't remember if those two from the White Mage quest do anything different if you've done White Mage
Let us begin.
quest or not.
Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
They're like, the vibes.
Y'shtola.
The vibes are
Please
here.
come back to us.
There. Now!
She's a burrito. Or a blunt.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
There's that word again.
Thither.
Even Kane says it's real. Now I can't doubt it.
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
I I gotta walk slow, my socks are wet.
She's like, it's gonna take forever for the edges of my skirt to dry out.
Like, don't worry, our socks are wet too.
Oh, now we're over here. So we did it. They successfully vibrated just right with the elementals. Let us pray that Y'shtola awakens, and maybe is less naked. It's like, and she was naked.
Naked.
And then they made her a blunt. Just in true Scion fashion, though. Like,
literally.
I think every Scion has put in their will, like, if I die, roll me up like a blunt and bury me like that. That's what they put.
Bury me not on the lone prairie.
Alright, Zataru's crying. She's like, oh, Y'shtola, I never want to see your naked body again. But just seeing her face again, I've been so worried. I thought she was dead. I honestly didn't think she was coming back at all.
Tataru's surprised. Tataru needs you to fetch a few items for a crafting endeavor.
She's doing crafting quests. It's bad. Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, signs are positive. I mean, she's breathing and everything, so... The Conjuress says she's in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? You should do errands for me. Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. A new dildo. No, actually, it's something else. It's something I've been working on for a while now in the hopes that she'd one day return to us. You know, I was really hopeful. I don't know who I was going to give this to if she didn't show up, so... It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? Also, hand out these pretzels. One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Giva?
Yeah, I think so.
Giva. I've never had to say her name out loud. And Brother Isumiyan, and they ought to take care of it for you. And what are you doing, Alfino? You doing anything? No.
No, that sounds like Alfino.
Tavern. He's like, I'm gonna get a Virgin Shirley Temple and sit down.
Well, does Alfino know there is an age limit in Gridania? Whereas Ishgard's like, we're all dead. You might as well just drink.
Well, that's why he's got a Virgin Shirley Temple.
It's just orange juice.
It's just Sprite and... Oh, I went to the Lancers Guild. I got the L's mixed up. So yeah, it's like, I'm lost.
The Leatherworkers Guild are the true dragoons.
I looked for the first L word, and that's where I ended up, and Ziya's like, oh shit, I got the incantation right. Or not right. She said Lancer instead of Leatherworkers when she went to attune to the stone. You know what? I'll let you do the hot lady.
Oh yeah, she's the taxidermy. Well, if it isn't Larks and Zuya, looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Here to retrieve an order for Mistress Tataru, you say? Well, you come at a good time. I finished a bit moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither.
She has another skill. It's called blackmail. Death. We all know. She can cast death.
All that and more I bring to bear.
you seen the meme of him saying that, but he's bringing it to an actual bear? It's like, all that and more I bring to bear.
Oh my god.
For those of you, we won't reach this part for a while, but Uriaje has a spell called Death, and if he casts it, he will usually say, all I have and more I bring to bear. And it is... But the funniest meme I've ever seen was him bringing something to a bear. Because he would do that. He would want to serve the bears just right, you know? The bears deserve something. Where a lot of newbies come to start in Gridania. Greetings, Yaya. Did you bring Larks? Is he any better at conjuring now? I didn't think so.
I did. Fluid aura.
Well. See, guys, like, he uses fluid aura on an appropriate basis, and he's like, as I expected. But... well, either ways, I trust you've been well. Is there aught you require of me? Yes. Mistress Taru's order, as requested, has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals.
Okay.
I was just vibrating with them just previously. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. And I've lived for a very long time, mind you.
Tataru is Zodiark confirmed.
Yeah, she's an all-powerful mage. She's Donald Duck casting Zeta Flare when we're not looking.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you see the Twitter thing I sent you?
I did see it.
The Zeta Flare?
I saw it this morning when I woke up. The Zeta Flare. With the 12 added in. See, if Donald Duck had been casted in a Realm Reborn, he would have just summoned the 12 instead of Louis Swa. Louis Swa would have lived, and I think Donald could have single-handedly defeated every single Ascian on the planet in one spell swoop.
That just goes to show you that everything is Donald's fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He could have healed you, but he didn't, so... Did Alfino say anything?
Yes.
Seed Seers are gracious souls. They gave me the Shirley Temple. Very gracious indeed. Gives me heart to know that they're they are our allies. Alfino's like, I haven't had a soda before. Is this appropriate for me? And you're like, oh gosh, she's into the caffeine now. Alfino would get really into Mountain Dew at some point in his life.
He would be a herbalist.
He's like, have you tried a new flavor called Baja Blast? It's wonderful. You're back. You have the items, I hope. You didn't, throw them in the trash.
Nope. We thought about it.
We each threw them into a leather sack and just called it a day. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Jiva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, both of you. I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. She's like giddy beside her.
She'd be like, oh my god, did you bring the receipt?
She's like, no, I've actually got connections to the Lalafell Mafia. That's how I got this. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let us go pay them a visit, shall we? Cutscene time. Follow me to the fade to black.
Y'shtola!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You are the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Oh.
Yeah, real hot girl shit.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less.
Airship.
Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
That's it. Back to the live stream we go. Goodbye.
Roll the credits. We're done. And then La Habrea cackled his last cackle and he took over the world.
It's like, I have the barrier.
I know of one who could.
And I have the Pope.
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
And that will be the cliffhanger that I will leave it on for today's stream.
Yeah, because we're gonna go to a whole new area. Yeah, we're gonna go to a whole new area now. Find Master Matoya.
I keep waiting for Nero to show up somehow. You are absolutely correct, Kate.
It is funny how we've been able to talk about all this Allegan shit, and Nero has like no idea. It helps that it's in territory that is being in lockdown right now. Like nobody can get in and out of Ishgard just because, especially right now, they're in a crucial moment. And also, Ozzy's Law is floating up 12,000 feet in the sky somewhere, so Nero can't join because the Ishgards have banned him, so he can't walk into Ishgard. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
They're like, if you see this man, shoot him on sight.
But
I have no clue what Nero would be doing right now. He left the Crystal Tower after throwing his compass down there, going, I don't need this. Yeah, he threw it down the gorge.
He's doing queen tings.
I like to imagine right now that he's doing like those little painted miniatures, like you know how you can put together like miniatures of stuff and then you paint them with that special paint.
So he's
like,
making Nero minions.
Yeah, he's just making the wind-up Nero doll, and then trying to sell it, and nobody wants it.
Everyone's like, it's like even the Garland minions are selling. Damn you, Garland!
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, it's Sid Garland. I know that guy. He's really nice.
Like Nero, I never heard of him before. He sounds like a plague. Oh, but we have reached the end of our stream, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it does help out the video a lot. And if you want to support our series, please hit the subscribe button, so that way you'll be notified the next time that we are live. So, next time, we are going to go with Y'shtola and reunite with her former master, Matoya. Hope to see you then.